AI is now developing day by day, and especially after the introduction of Gen AI, it is taking this creativity to the next level. And this generative AI is the subset of this deep learning, and that is again a part of artificial intelligence. This generative AI, it helps to create some new content, that you can say, of course, the artificial content or data. And this data may include images, it may include video, music, and even 3D models without any efforts which is required by the human beings. Now the advancement in the LLM. So this LLM is a large language model, and it has led this generative AI, or this development of generative AI, to the next level. So these generative AI models, these are already trained and learn the data set and design within the data which is based on large data set and the patterns. They can generate new example that are just similar to the training data. And these models are capable of generating new content without any human interaction. In simple word, it generally involves training AI model to understand the different pattern and structure within the existing data, and using that to generate new original data. And this Microsoft 365 Copilot, this Copilot, you can say it's a picture of AI, right? And it uses and it is integrated with large language model. Like how we are able to enhance the power of M365 using by using the AI capability over there with the help of Microsoft Copilot. So before the starting with the Copilot, let me take you to this video. Just give me a minute. Let me include a video with sharing. So I hope this video could give you a brief, small introduction of Copilot. So this M365 Copilot, it applies the power of AI to boost our productivity, unlock the creativity, and help us to understand the information better in a simple chat. So we can say that Copilot can transform our work in three meaningful ways. First, it can help us to create new content faster and more effectively. Copilot can help us to focus on what actually matter most for us. And Copilot makes us better at what we are good at and help us just quickly master about what we have, right? So now let's understand that how this Copilot works. What are the different Copilot core components? that actually enable its capability. So Microsoft 365 Copilot. So as Copilot, behind the scene, it collaborates with AI for increasing our productivity. So when you're going to start with Copilot, you must be having a Copilot M365 environment to start with. So M365 Copilot, it is designed to transform that how we are working in this digital age. So Copilot, it is powered by large language model and it is used utilizing our business data, right? So Copilot, it just aims how it can boost the productivity and foster our new skill. There are some example where you can use the Copilot. For example, you can use Copilot with Outlook. You can use Copilot with Microsoft Teams to summarizing your meetings and chat. You can use Copilot capability with Microsoft Power Platform to create a new slide or to summarize the entire presentation in few bullet points. You can use Copilot in MS Word for creating a new content, creating a new, like summarizing a new content, summarizing the content, and rewriting a paragraph in different tones or in a style. So Microsoft 365 Copilot is more than OpenAI. That is, I think you all must be aware with the chat GPT capability, right? It is embedded into your Microsoft 365 environment. In fact, this Copilot is a sophisticated engine or processor, you can say, right? And it uses with your business data that as an individual that you have to access, and it consult with Microsoft Graph capability. With when you're starting with M365 Copilot, you must be ready with M365 license. So before starting with, user must be having a active account with Entra. So I hope you all must be aware with Entra, that is your identity and access management. So when a tenant is start with M365, an Entra is provided to manage their users, their licenses. Okay, so user must be having an active account, like you all are joining this session with your organization account, and when I'm taking this session with my organization account, so my account is created with Entra and the login ID and password is created for me. Once the login is created, user account is created, he need to provide E3 or E5 license, or you can provide business standard or business premium license as per the organization size and the requirement. Once user is having active account with the E3 or E5 license assigned, you can use M365 Copilot license and can be make it available to your user as a add-on plan. This M365 Copilot can be used with M365 application like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and it can also be added or can also be used with your business chat, with your browser. When you are going to use your Copilot capability with the content for asking any question, for summarizing your content, that documents should be saved in your OneDrive account. So once your document is saved in OneDrive, Copilot can easily interact or collaborate with the content. For seamless integration of Copilot with Outlook, new Outlook is recommended. To use Microsoft 365 Copilot with Microsoft Teams, you can use with Teams Desktop or Teams web application. So even like for any application, you can use the Copilot capability with the desktop application or for the web version. Now let's understand how it actually works. So this Copilot It is start first understanding your requirement, what you are looking for, understanding the context. So in 365 Copilot, it is like whether it is any document that you are going to draft, or any email that you are going to compose, or even any meeting that you are in. So Copilot, it just get all the information, the subject matter, the tone, structure, and then it determine your intent and the meaning, your communication, any activity history, and content. It helps Copilot to get some additional context in a real time. Accordingly, it respond to our prompt. For example, any email conversation you have done last week, last month, or maybe the Teams conversation or chat, any file any colleague has sent to you, right? This is all what your historical data that Copilot is using to set the context. And then it not only understand your context, but it also observe the same and accordingly take the action and help you to search the content. It uses the powerful search capability that identifies some useful data and the content you are looking for, so that it can assist you. It can transform your work by using the large language model, so that it can interact with us in a human readable language. It enables Copilot to craft naturally phrased recommendation, ensuring that any content is generated, it is aligned with your situation or with your requirement. It is not about the quantity but quality. So Copilot, it evaluate the suggestion, any potential suggestion, and then refining them again to ensure that you get according to the your requirement, what is relevant to you, and any and should be specific. So Copilot is designed to transform how, as an employee, you work in this digital age. There are some features that also I want to include here. For example, it can help us to stay more engaged in our meetings. It also provides quick catch up for meeting that you missed, ensuring that you are always in the loop. It can help streamline our email communication by summarizing it for you, summarizing any lengthy email threads and drafting the response for us. For example, you were on leave and you have missed last 1 week email conversation or any chat. So you can just quickly ask, like for example, today is Monday and you have just joined and you just want to quickly summarize all the email conversation or Teams chat, any file which is shared to you. So Copilot is quickly going to summarize the content for you and you are just ready for your work. Copilot can help identify the trends, creating visualization, and provide recommendation. And yes, don't worry about the security. Your data remains protected. It is bind with the organization compliance and securities. It ensures your peace of mind. So any data you are restricted to access, you are restricted to edit the data. And for example, whatever the access you have, for example, you can only view the data. So Copilot makes sure that user access is maintained, and whether the user is authorized to make changes the data or not, or to access the data or not. You maintain control over AI suggestion, deciding which is to use, modify, or discard. So M365 Copilot is used as organization data that you as an individual user have access to. For example, your calendar events, emails, chat, documents, and meeting. Here you can see in detail how it actually works. So as a user, when I have to interact with a Copilot, I need an interface. So here you have M365 application. As I said, when you're going to start with Copilot, you must be having active license. Once you have a license, so that license come with a bundle of application and the services. So like already you all must be using Outlook, Teams, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, right? In our day-to-day life. So like currently I'm using this PPT and I'm interacting with you with Teams application. So I can use this Copilot capability with this PPT, with this Teams, right? And now this Copilot behind the scene, it interact with Microsoft Graph, right? It consult Microsoft Graph that, hey, this is what my user is looking for. And this Microsoft Graph is going to collect the information from all the places. That may be your OneDrive, it may be on your SharePoint site, it may be any Teams chat, or in any email conversation. So as a user, you do not need to switch from one application to another to get or collect the information. So here the Copilot can give you the information at one place only. So these are the pillars, you can say that, or you can see the core component of M365 Copilot. These are, you can see, the fundamental or foundation elements that help power M365 Copilot. Large language model. It represents a class of AI model, and this is specialized in understanding human language. Like we are interacting with the Copilot, of course, with our language, like we know English, any other language you understand, right? So you are using that human language to interact with the Copilot. So this LLM, it is specialized, it helps Copilot to understand our human language. The large in LLM, it is specify both the size of the model in term of the number, right, and the vast volume of data that they are trained with, it including the model like ChatGPT as a type of generative AI. And in context of M365 Copilot, these LLMs are the engine which actually drive M365 capability. NLP, natural language processing, it's a AI technology. It helps machine learning, it interpret our requirement, our feeling, our understanding, and then respond to human language in a way that we should be able to understand. This NLP, you can take it as a technology behind Copilot ability to read, to generate the text. Similarly, just how as a human being we do. So you can take it as a bridge between as a human and the system. How we are able to interact in just as a human understanding language. And your M365 application, as we are going to use the Copilot or interact with Copilot by using these applications only, using Excel to analyze our data, Word to summarize our information, PPT to create a new PPT or to summarize it. Microsoft Graph. Microsoft Graph is like a connective tissue. So these connective tissues or the nodes, it connect all your data points. Like your as a user, you must be having some data, some information like user, your name, account, your department, your manager, who is your manager, the department, your location, country, the data you use, the access level, right? Or any policy which is working, the application you are using, any team conversation, any email, files that you are accessing which is saved in your OneDrive, the group you are part with, device you have access for, right? So Microsoft Graph, it collect the information from or search the information from the multiple sources within your tenant boundary. And this graph API, it brings more context from user signals into a prompt, such as information from email, chats, documents. It brings together information together so that as a user you do not need to have switch from one application to another. Being on Teams application only, you can have the file which is shared to you by any colleague. Anyone, any question? Okay. So Microsoft Graph, as it uses the AI capability, so it is totally committed to responsible AI. So Miss Microsoft Graph, it is having some guiding principle, right? Like Microsoft aims to eliminate any biasness, like whether it is assigned this license is assigned to any team member or to team leader, it behaves the same, right? Then it makes sure your data is protected. It ensures testing data, AI performs how it performs consistently and safely. AI tools are crafted to be accessible and beneficial for everyone. And Microsoft believes in keeping user informed about how this AI system works and their intended purpose. Anyone, any questions so far about Microsoft 365 Copilot, its capability? I hope it is clear to everyone. What is this Microsoft 365 Copilot is all about? How it actually works? And the system behind the scene and the core component. Thank you, Rajesh, for the response. What about other? I hope it is clear. Can you all show me thumbs up? If any question, any doubt, please feel free to ask with me. Okay, so let's move ahead. So now in this part, we are going to explore the capability and the possibility of Copilot. So here in this part, we will understand it how we can use Copilot in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, or as a business chat. So now let's start with Copilot in Word. So in MS Word, Copilot can be used. So directly let me take you to MS Word, and here let me show you. So in Microsoft Word, you can use Copilot to create any content, right? Or if you have to summarize any content. For example, here, like, please help me to create assignment for my participants. Or to make it more clear, I am a trainer. Please help me to create assignment for my participants on use cases and enter. And here you go. This Copilot is creating the content for you. So as you have mentioned that you are a trainer and I am looking for the requirement for my participants. So it is understanding our language, our context and the requirement and accordingly taking the action and producing the content for us. So here just can read the content, right? And now here. So this is the place where you can modify. If you want to modify your draft, for example, here, if you have to make any changes, if you want to add any line, you can do so. If you want that, okay, this is what the content I was expecting and I'm okay with the same, so you can click on keep it button. So this will be added to your document. If you want to rephrase it, like for example regenerate it, so just click on regenerate. So now it is creating a new draft from scratch based on the prompt you have already mentioned. So it has rephrased the content. So you can read it again. Now you have two options to select with. This is the previous draft and this is the new draft. So whichever you want to keep, just select it. If you want to add anything over there, for example, please include actions. So here it has included the actions. If you want to keep it, now you have three options to include here, 1, 2 and 3. Now whatever the content you want to keep, you can click on keep. If you want to discard, you can click on delete button. If you want to keep, just click on keep it button. And a new content is created. This is what a new content I have created. Similarly, if already a document is created for you, for example, this is a comparative report on supplier agreement. This document is already saved in my OneDrive. So here I have this Copilot icon. If you want to further add anything, you can just again use this icon, Drafted Copilot, or here you have this chat option where you have all these suggestions to start with. For example, if you have to summarize this document, generate any image, how can Copilot help? You are new, you do not know how to start with. So you can use these recommendation. For example, if you want to summarize this document, so just click on summarize this document. To make it more clear, please summarize the content in 5 bullet points. And here you go, you have all 5 points. Now, what are the recommendations for each supplier? So you can ask the question, right? You do not need to read it. So just ask with the Copilot, what are the recommendations for each supplier? And here you have the summary. The fixed pricing term and the lack of price adjustment present a risk if market price fluctuate. So you can see for each and every uh, supplier. This is for Contoso. The automatic renewal with a shorter notice period is beneficial. However, the high minimum order amount could be burdensome. So you can ask Copilot. You can take help from the Copilot, what is the recommendation, what is the best proposal, what is the best agreement, right? Here you can see there are few more suggestion Copilot is giving. What are the risks of each agreement? The worldwide importer, the fixed pricing term and lack of price adjustment present a risk if market prices fluctuate. This could lead to higher costs if market prices decrease. So, whatever the content it is generating or whatever the answer it is giving to you, you have always the option to copy it and paste it to the another place, another document. And here you have an option to respond. Like you can give your feedback. If you like it, click on like. If you don't like, just click on dislike. If you feel like the content is not up to mark or it is the wrong content, so you can dislike, click on dislike. It will give you this pop-up window. Here you can summarize, you can submit your feedback. It is creating a file for context, right? And click on submit. Here you have the reference from where this answer is taken. You can click on it, it will take you to the reference point. Now let's move ahead. Now let's see how we can summarize the draft email with Copilot in Outlook. So the new Outlook for Windows is also available in both the versions. Like you can use it in your web version or in your desktop version. So in Outlook, Copilot in Outlook, you can summarize your email threads, summarize your email, or you can draft a new email. Okay, and you can also ask Copilot to reply to any email. So for that, this is the Outlook. Okay, so like here, you have this summary or this one. You can ask Copilot to summarize it. Okay, so you can see you do not need to read the entire email. Just ask Copilot to give you the summary for the same. So you can pick up any chat and you can ask Copilot to summarize the content for you. Here you have an option to draft a new email. For example, here I want to write a new email. Anyone who can give me the suggestion, any email, any point you can give me? Anyone? Do you have any context? You want to write a new email? So that email can be about any client, any proposal, any leave request, any reimbursement.
Yeah,
Anyone
I
who would
can
like
give
to
one
suggest?
area, Rajesh here. So I think we in our organization talking about coming back to office for all the days. So we want to create an email of, when do we want to do, why we want to do that, how it will help the organization.
Mhm.
So a draft email on that topic it can create.
Okay, so Rajesh, you help me to create the draft. So Rajesh, let me know what should I write here.
Create a draft email on asking employees
Create a
asking employees
draft,
to email asking employees
draft an
to move
email
back to move back
asking employees
to
to
move back
move
back.
back. Okay,
Move back means I mean to say work from office, like to move back to the original earlier plan of work from office
earlier.
plan,
Mhm.
earlier mode of work from office from coming 1st April 2025.
Work from office
From 1st April 2025.
from 1st April 2025. Okay, now let's see.
Yeah.
So here you have the draft. Dear team, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to inform you about an important update regarding our working arrangement. Starting from this so and so date, we will be transitioning back to our previous mode of working from the office. And I can even copy and put it into the chat. You can refer it. So I have kept it, and you can read the content which is shared by Copilot. Right,
Right.
so here you can see that within few minutes, with the proper framing of words and the sentences, Copilot has created a new draft, and you can share this email quickly with all your colleagues. If you want to
Right.
modify
Look,
it, if you want to change it, you can do so. Yes, Rajesh?
yeah, it looks good. Only thing I wanted to modify or add one paragraph of allowing people to move back to their base location. Like if they are not in Bangalore or base location, they have moved to their own hometowns and
Mhm.
all, then they should make the arrangements to come back, so that their families and all are ready by that time, or the school of the kids and all. So they should make a plan for that
Right.
in time.
Okay, so in that case, Rajesh and everyone here, you have an option to make it more longer, make it shorter. If you want to change your tone, so you have the change tone option, direct, formal, casual. Like for example, it's an invitation for any party, any event. If it is a direct tone, so you can make it direct. Any formal tone, so you can take it like this. And here, if you want to add anything, so here, yes, Rajesh, what do you want to add here? Please repeat.
Please add
Please add
another paragraph
other
asking people to make necessary arrangements to come
people
back to their base locations along with their families.
arrangements to come back
To their base location, like where they were hired, like Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Gurgaon, wherever, and
location.
along with the families. So they need not go back to their hometown again and again.
So here you have a new phrase, new draft.
Mm-hmm.
And here you can see we have arrangements committed to respond. I just need to read it. The changes it has made. Uh, Company's goals changes require some adjustment. Committed is for supporting you throughout this transition. Please make necessary arrangement to ensure the smoother return to the office environment. Additionally, please make necessary arrangement to bring your family back to your base location as we resume our work in office work. So this is what how it is will merged with your previous content.
Right, right. I
Okay.
can see that.
So you can click on replace selection, or if you want to insert below, you can do so. So I can click on replace selection. Okay, and your new draft is ready.
Right,
So we have just have the summary of the previous chat, creating a new draft as per the requirement, modify the same, or even if you want to set a reply, for example, let me check if I have this email. So I can ask, please reply to this email. Okay, with the day schedule. So here I have reviewed the schedule and am I okay with this? Looking forward to delivering the session as planned. Like I have received this training schedule and now I am replying replying with the help of Copilot. And within a second, reply is created. Okay, so now here there is much more to work with these chats. Like you have the business chat option that we are going to explore later, how you can do it with, with office.com, that is the overall bing.com.
So Komal, this is Kishore here.
Yes.
Since this is Copilot 365, can we
Mm-hmm.
see an example where you are using your? I know that this linguistic capabilities we saw, but how
Mm-hmm.
about like integrating with some Excel information, some email information, and then creating some email or text?
Okay.
Like for
S-
example, if there is some sales data available in Excel,
Mm-hmm.
there is a sales event notification in email, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came on certain date, or maybe if some event happening on certain day and all. How
Mm-hmm.
can I prepare a write up merging these two information?
So here, when you are drafting, so you can attach a content over there, or even here in your Bing chat. This is what where you have the two mode, work mode or web mode. Okay, for example, this is a work mode. In that case, you can have the content within your tenant boundary, and here you can add any content. Okay, that is related to any people, any file, any meeting, or any email. Okay, for
Okay,
example, if it is any email, so you can refer any email and you can create a new content, or you can ask Copilot about the same. If it is about the meeting, so you can have the reference of the meeting and you can ask Copilot about any questions or any query. It is related to any people or any file. So all the options are here.
is
If
it
you want to
specific to is it specific to file or folder or email inbox can also be referred?
any email, as you have just noticed, if it is a email, you can search all the emails.
Oh, we can search. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
got it.
okay. And here, if it is for any file, so you can just refer. This is what the recent use file. If you are not able to get the file you are looking for, you can click on upload. And here you can go to your cloud space where your file is saved. Or if you want to upload it from the device, you have the option over there. The file will be uploaded as a attached content, and then further you can ask your query and the questions. Okay.
Got it. Yeah, thank
If
you.
you have any file in your OneDrive, you can copy the link of the file and you can attach it. Okay. For example, say, let me open my OneDrive here. For example, this is the file. I will just quickly copy the link. Link is copied. And here, see. Now it is attached. Now further, what is your query? Please summarize this PPT. Or if you want to create any new content with the help of the same, you can do so.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Later on, I will show you how you can uh, combine two, three documents all together and creating a new content. Okay. Or if you want to have any question, or if you want a Copilot to compare these files, so it is going to get collect all the information from these documents and will give you the suggestion. Okay. So that all we are going to cover. So right now we have just explored about the Outlook and Word. Now let's move ahead. Any other question, friends, about Outlook and Word that we have just covered? Anything? Okay. So now in your MS PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, you can use the Copilot capability where you can create a presentation about the topic you are asking Copilot, or you can refer a file and you can ask Copilot to quickly create the presentation from the file. Or you want already a presentation is there, you want to add any image, you want to add any additional slide about any content, you can do so. Or you can ask Copilot to summarize this PPT. For example, I have a 30 slides PPT, okay, and now I have to present it in a meeting. I have to share the bullet points. I do not have time to prepare for the presentation or go through all the slide. So I will do one thing. I will ask Copilot to quickly summarize it for me, or any particular area you have to focus on while you're meeting. So you can ask Copilot to give you the detailed summary about that particular slide or the topic, and Copilot is going to do this for you. You can copy the summary or copy the content and you can put it in the presenter note, and that you can use during your presentation. Now let me show you how we can use it with PowerPoint. So I'm going to first start with a blank presentation, and here I have two options: to create a presentation about or to create a presentation from any file. Create a presentation about Microsoft Copilot 365. If you have any sub points, you can refer that create a presentation about Copilot 365 referring these sub points or bullet points, and Copilot is going to follow you the same. Now here Copilot is asking, do you want to add or generate a slide by using these content? If you want to go with the same, you can click on generate. But in between, if you want to add any content, you can click on this plus button and you can ask Copilot to add that particular topic. For example, here I can see the core components are not added. So please a topic about core component of an add. And here you go, it is added. Now let's click on generate slide. And here you have all the slides available. Slide 1 or of 27. So there are total 27 slides added. So if you want to keep it, you can click on keep it. And here I'm just changing. Okay, so now here all the slide. Further, if you want to add anything, you can ask Copilot like to create a presentation about, add a presentation from the file, or you can ask Copilot about your current presentation. This presentation is automatically saved with the name presentation 15 in your cloud. But if you want to change the location, you can click on this location and you can change and give the name to your file. And specify the location. Further, if you want to ask any question, so here you can ask Copilot to summarize this presentation. You can click on summarize this presentation. Now here you have the summary. If you want to follow any other suggestion from the Copilot, you can do so. For example, what future trends and developments are expected for M365 Copilot? And here you go. If you want to copy the content, you can copy from here. Here, for example, please add thank you slide end of the. So now it has added a thank you slide at the end, right? If you want to add any particular slide in between, like uh, for example, here after six slide, I have to add a new slide, or let's say here, add a slide about Gen AI. So now I'm not mentioning any space, any particular slide where it should be added. So what it will be doing, whatever the current selected slide, it will be automatically adding after the same. Press enter, but I cannot do, I can answer. Okay, it should not do that. Let me copy and again put it. Please add a slide about Gen AI after slide number 2. Let's see. Sometimes it happens that it can give you the reply like this, like I cannot create slide from this description. Try rephrasing. Okay. Let me try again. Mm, okay. So here it is asking me to use this option, Copilot Prompt Gallery, add a slide, and here I can mention, sorry, about Gen AI. Let's see. And here you go. And here I have this new slide added. So I have not mentioned the place. So it has automatically added after the selected slide. So if you feel like that Copilot is not helping you with the prompt you have mentioned, so you can go with the this option, right? View prompt, and you can have the suggestion, save prompt, any task like what you want. Do you want to ask anything, prepare anything, manage anything, catch up? So all the options are added. And here this Copilot is going to help you to write a perfect prompt for you. Like for example, manage. Manage what? Manage any content related to HR department, communication, marketing, any industry. So you can add it. No result found about sales, nothing. Or let's say prepare. Okay, no, it is not giving me any suggestion. So it is redirecting me to another page. And here you have the Copilot prompt gallery where you have all the prompts and you can try these. Like prompts like with your Word, PowerPoint, right? Bing Chat, OneNote. So all the options are here. I'm just copying it and pasting it in the chat. You can try it out. Now coming back to my PPT. So as this PPT I have created with a topic I have suggested. Now let me show you. For example, you are from IT, okay, and you have a project plan available. You want that Copilot should help you to create a PPT with the document you are attaching with. So for that, I
I
need
have
a
a
project.
question before that, Komal. A
Yes.
simple question. Suppose this PowerPoint, I want to use my corporate branding look and feel. So how do I do that command? That must be easy, right?
Sorry, Rajesh, can you please repeat your query?
Yeah, sure. I was saying
Mm-hmm.
that this current presentation which you are working on, I
Mm-hmm.
want to apply my corporate branding, the look and feel, the colors and all. So how do I do that?
Yes, Rajesh, you can do that. First, here, like you have this by default, this template is followed, and here you have design. You have this designer. If you want to explore this designer, like how you can design your current PPT, you have all the options. If you want to see more
Okay,
design idea, you can do so. Now, coming to your query, as you want that you have a company specific template to follow, please
right.
open that template. Okay, and whatever the
Okay,
presentation you want Copilot to create, ask Copilot to create the PPT, everything, all the prompt will be same. Just mention using the same, the current template. That's it. Or to
okay,
using the current
okay,
selected template. That's it. Make sure you have the template available with you and it is open, and using the prompt within
okay.
that template only. So Copilot will follow that
Got it.
template.
Got it. I thought so it must be easy. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so now here I'm just going to use a file. Just give me a minute. I need to upload it to my OneDrive. Okay, so I have this business plan. This is a project plan, and the same I'm going to use for my new PPT. So I'm going to create a new file, a new presentation, and this time I'm going to create a presentation from a file. So here, just put a backslash, and here you will notice I have a recent file that I have just opened. This is my Contoso Sifagard project plan. Selecting it, file is attached, and enter. And here you go. So you have already a project plan ready. Many times there is a big headache when you have a document ready and you are asked to create a PPT for the same, because the same document you cannot go and present anywhere when you are in a meeting in front of your client. So you have to be ready with a presentation. Okay, so now working with a document, you must be having 100-page documents, 2 3 documents all together. So you have to create a PPT. It's a big headache. So now here there is a co-pilot who can help you out to quickly create a PPT out of a project which is already available in your OneDrive. So here you have your PPT ready, which is ready to present. And now you can ask Copilot further to summarize it for you. If you want to include anything over there, any new slide, the same can be done as we have done or tried with my previous presentation. Here you can ask Copilot, or as it is suggested that you can also use Designer for adjusting the layout. So all the options are available. If you want to add any image, you can upload it from the device and that image will be added. Like already you have your product, any image, any that you want to include here. So that all you can ask from the Copilot to do or to make the changes over there. So that was all about the PPT.
So this is good, like from a document. But what about I got a Teams meeting recording where I have discussed some kind of BRD and
Mhm.
some plan. And from that meeting recording, can I create a PowerPoint?
Yes, you can do so. So, Rajesh, first thing is that when you want to go with your team's recording, the first thing is that when the meeting is being recorded, make sure the recording is on and the transcript option is on. Okay.
Okay.
So, when
Yeah,
I will be
yeah.
coming back to Teams, I will be explaining you in detail. Okay.
Sure. We'll wait for that. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So right now
Thank
I'm
you.
going to explain about Copilot. So in Copilot capability with Excel, you can create a new formula column. You can analyze your data, or you can create a new formula column. You can apply the conditional formatting over there. There are so many suggestions you can ask Copilot to apply for, right? Here even have option to ask Copilot that if you have any suggestion to add any formula column over there. So all can be done easily with the help of Copilot. Now let's move on and let's try Copilot with Teams. So here I'm just going to use a sample file. Just give me a minute. Okay, just I need to check a file in my OneDrive. Let me refresh. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. So I have this new file added, that is Fabricon Q1 marketing campaign. Okay. So let me open this file. So here we are going to analyze this marketing campaign that is recently done in the organization. So now when you're going to use the Copilot, first make sure your data must be there in a tabular boundary. As you know that this is a sheet and overall you can do or put your data anywhere. But this Copilot cannot help you in the data which is not in a tabular boundary. So for the best result, make sure your data is in a tabular boundary, okay, like this, and put your cursor anywhere within the table. Once it is done, now you can click on Copilot icon here. Now this is your Copilot chat option where you can start with a formula, or you can start with a suggestion, summarize this pivot table or chart. You have show insight, data insight. You can click on start with data insight. Just click on it. It is taking the data range. And here you have your data. Now you can click on add a new sheet. Now it is adding a new sheet. You have your pivot table and chart available. Done. I added budget by launch date to sheet 2 to continue analyzing with more prompt. Go back to the source table. You can go back to your data and you are back to sheet 1. Now you can use further different prompt to ask Copilot. For example, please. This is the user engagement ratio. You can insert your column here. Just click on insert column and a new column is now added. You can ask Copilot to show a suggestion for a formula column. So here you have this. Yeah. So here you can add campaign duration. This will calculate the duration of each campaign by subtracting the earliest launch date in the table from the campaign's launch date. And here you have the formula. If you want to have the deep dive of this formula, you can ask Copilot to show the explanation. And this is the explanation about this formula. So if any formula you are adding, it's not only that you have to close your eyes and just totally believe on the Copilot what it is doing. No, you have the entire detail about the formula which is being added, the calculation, and to see the explanation about the same. You can also add the revenue per user. So I can also write, copy this formula. You can use insert column, which is going to give you the revenue by per user. You can also ask Copilot to calculate the return on investment for each campaign. So I can ask Copilot, please calculate the ROI for each campaign. And here you go, you can review it and click on insert column. A new column will be inserted. Now let's try the conditional formatting. Suggest conditional formatting. Here you have all the suggestion. Highlight cell in ROI when revenue cells are less than 1000. Highlight duplicate cell in column campaign name. Highlight cell above average in column revenue per user. Highlight top 3 columns in ROI, or highlight cell equal to digital marketing in column campaign type. So I will just quickly try this one. Highlight top 3 in column ROI. Here you have the conditional formatting and click on apply. And here you go. You can also write bold top 3 revenue. And here you go. You can apply. So you can explore this Copilot. You can add the Copilot. You can use Copilot to add the conditional formatting, to add a new formula column, right? Or to analyze your data. Anyone, any other question related to Excel? You can also ask, like, let's say, create a chart that shows which campaign was was most effective at engaging users. So as you are from the finance department, so these formulas, these prompt is surely going to help you to analyze or to work with your data. And here you can add it, add to a new sheet, and now here it is added. So here you can see that this chart will show you that which campaign was most effective in term of your uh, user engagement. So there are some more options, like for example, if you want to create a chart that show the relationship between total user targeted and the total user who were engaged. You can also identify what are the top performing campaign which is based on revenue generated. So many options are there that you can explore with Copilot in Excel. Okay, so now let's move ahead. Now let's explore the capability of Copilot in Teams. So in Teams, generally we use Teams to share the file, to collaborate with our colleagues, with our team members. Here you have a chat experience. You can chat with your colleague. You can share file as attachment. Even in Teams, you have like a calendar, you can attend the meetings, and whatever the Teams meeting is going on, you have a chat options, right? So you can ask Copilot to quickly summarize your meetings, your chat. You can address, you can ask Copilot if any discussion was done about any topic. You can ask Copilot to give you the summary of any previous chat which is done, or you have messed with any colleague or any particular teams, right? Now, as currently this meeting is going on, let me go to the Teams. Here, mm, in chat, this is the current chat which is going on. Okay. So here you can ask Copilot, please summarize this chat. Oh, sorry. I have to ask the Copilot. So this is a Copilot icon. Let's click on it. And here, and here you have the summary, the discussion which is done or any chat which is put. Okay. Now, when you any meeting is going on, there is an option for transcript. Start transcript. So start transcript and you will enable this option. So whatever I'm speaking, the verbal discussion which is going on, it will be captured, right? So now here, this Copilot will use these transcript option to even give you the summary about the verbal communication. Right now, it is only summarizing the data which is there in a chat, but not on the verbal communication. So for example, any meeting you have missed, you were not able to attend that. So you can ask Copilot to quickly give you the summary, any discussion done about this topic. Or for example, this is the current meeting is going on, 1 hour is already done and you have missed that 1 hour meeting. Now you can ask quickly Copilot that is this topic covered, or is there any discussion done about the same, or any question asked about this topic, or where my name was called, right? So these all the things you can ask Copilot to do so. So right now only the summary I have asked Copilot to do about this current chat, and there is a overall Copilot option in the chat, Teams chat, and here you have all these suggestions, like you want to prep for that meeting, help me to prepare for this meeting which is already done, stay informed, any latest communication done with your colleague, bring your ideas, design an image of a drawing, provide a good feedback, thank you team, right? So here you can also add any content and ask Copilot to quickly prepare you any new draft and all. Or for example, I'm adding a content, a file. Please summarize this file, right? So this file is saved in your OneDrive. But here in Teams, you are able to ask any question about that file, or any, please let me know conversation done with Kiran. So Kiran is my colleague. So this is the recent conversation done with Kiran, and Copilot is giving me the summary about the same. You want to copy it and paste it somewhere else. What are the files shared by Sunita last week? So now it is combining your data from the Teams and for your emails, right? And here you can have the reference for the same. So last week there was no file shared, else it might have shown me. For example, the same. Okay, so these were the conversation done with Rekha last week. And this is the conversation. It is taking all from chat and from email communication all. So here both, even here within the Teams, you have the Bing chat capability. You can use the work mode or the web mode. The same option you get when you are using this uh, Bing option, like your Bing.com, like on the browser. Here you also can explore this where you have only the web mode available. This is totally free of cost. You can open the browser. Okay, and it is only supported with Microsoft Edge. So you can use bing.com, click on the Copilot icon, and you all can use a web mode without any license. It can be working for you. And whatever the data is available over the internet, it can give you the summary, or you can ask question or to prepare the content for you. Anyone, any questions so far?
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, so now here, now let's explore the Bing chat capability. So here, for example, you are from the marketing, okay, and you want to conduct a marketing analysis using this chat option. Now here, as when you are going to open the work mode, of course, that we have already tried in Teams, that is going to get collect the information which is there in your tenant boundary. But now when you have opened the web and you want to get collect the information from the web, now you want to conduct a market analysis. Uh, okay, for example, here I'm uh, I'm a director of market research of Contoso Toy, that is based India based manufacturer. Now here conduct a market analysis of toy industry, of toy industry to identify. So what you have to identify? I have to identify the sales figure or the latest trends. I also wanted to know consumer preference, right? Or if you also want, like, if there is any popular toy in the market, any other query you can ask. So right now that's it. I will click on enter. And here you have all the information, sales figure, latest trends, and this is your customer preference. If you want, like, please put this information in table format. And here my information is there available in a tabular format. You can copy it or put it into the document. There are some other suggestions related to the current prompt, like how does this compare to global toy market trends? And here you have the India and the comparison between the global trends about the sales figure, latest trend, and consumer preferences. So that we have just used the graph grounded chat option. So now I will discuss some effective prompts, like how you can write the effective prompt, because you might have observed that whether you are using it to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, you have to write the prompt. The way you are asking the question, you are getting the reply. So it's up to you that how you are framing your sentences. The best you are putting your prompt, you are getting the result accordingly. So to write the effective prompt, these are the best practices. Make sure that your prompt is clear to Copilot, what you want to explain, what is your expectation, what is the output you are expecting. Whatever the output you are getting, make sure that it is correct. So you have to verify. And since Copilot is only your assistant, you are always in a role of main pilot. So always verify to only blind trust at it. As I said, whatever the output you are getting, you have an option for thumbs up and thumbs down. So always give your feedback. If you found this is what the expectation you are getting the result as per expectation, always give thumbs up. If any wrong reply or now output is not as per your expectation or Copilot is not going to give you response, always give your feedback. If possible, take the screenshot and attach it. You can also co-pilot, like it's not only the prompt I have given you the example. You can explore the capability. It is only up to you, as it's not the static every time. It's totally up to you, your imagination, your thinking, and your requirement. As co-pilot is always in boundary of the security and the privacy, the compliance policies. If any sensitive label is applied, any data which is secure, Copilot is not going to cross that boundary for the user. The user can only access the information where user is allowed to do so. For example, I can ask Copilot to let me know the files which is shared by any user. So only if you have right to do access that information or to make changes, only then you can do so. Always stay updated, as there are different updates that is introduced by Microsoft about the Copilot. So keep yourself informed about the same. So this is the best practice to write the effective prompt, like the best way you can say. First is goal. So your goal must be clear. Do you want to summarize your content? Do you want to create any content? Do you want to create a draft? Do you want that PPT should be created with 10 to 15 slides? Do you want to summarize the content with 5 bullet points? So make your goal clear, what you want from the Copilot. Second, what is your context? Are you preparing this content for your participants for any upcoming meeting? Right? So what is your focus? What is your context? Then your expectation. Okay? So expectation is that means the response you are getting, is it in a like a short, it's a lengthy, what's the tone? It's a friendly tone or it's a directive tone. And the source. Source means if you are attaching any document, if you are referring any particular paragraph, if you are focusing to any email, if you are focusing to any people in chats. So that is what your source. So this is all comes together, makes a perfect prompt. Accordingly, this Copilot can give you the best result. These are again prompting best practices. Provide clear and concise prompt. Experiment with different style means the same prompt can be written in different style. Like you might have observed when I was trying to add a slide. So I had to rephrase my sentence. then Copilot give Copilot a point of view from which to answer, right? You can give the context. For example, I am looking for my answer or to summary only from a specific part of the document or only from the particular slide, or you want to create any formula referring any particular column, right? So you give the range from where you are looking for the column, or you want to provide the conditional formatting. So give the range. Know what to avoid means don't avoid avoid any vague language, right? Do not write any useless prompt. Okay, always talk to Copilot the way you are talking to a human being. Okay, be polite. Don't cream too many questions means like when you are asking any prompt, your sentence should be very clear. Do not write your sentences as a paragraph. Okay, try to put it in a clear and the sentences from. And do not assume that Copilot will give you always the best result. Always verify. Okay, do not trust blindly. So be polite, be curious every time. Try the same sentences in a different way and just observe the answer you are getting. When you are asking Copilot in Excel to create a chart, try different type of chart with Copilot. Generally, by default, it gives you the line diagram when you are analyzing. Try using different other charts with the Copilot. So as Microsoft 365, you are using Microsoft Graph Connector. By using that, as you have just observed, when I was using in the team uh, chat option for your web mode or the work mode, it is going to get collect the information that may be from email, from your OneDrive, any Excel file, referring entire M365 environment. So this Microsoft Graph, it's going to get the information, and you can also use a third party tool to integrate with the same. You can use the Copilot capability with ERM and ERP, CRM and ERP application also, right? You can interact with overall internet. The information can be gathered. Any social networking sites can be used over there. So there are some other use cases, like for example, you are from executive. So like you can synthesize your communication, summarize your chat, create a slide using the presentation. You can create a speech using Copilot. For sales, you can create a sales presentation, create a market research, prepare your meeting notes, compare the supplier agreement. Here you can use multiple documents for creating a new content. Same in IT, you can create a project plan, presentation. You can create a project plan, update a technical report. You can draft an email, conduct market analysis, brainstorm marketing campaign, consolidate marketing reports, analyze the trends. For the finance, you can analyze a financial spreadsheet, drafting an email. So many of these use cases I have taken in this session. For HR, you can create a job description, you can analyze the resume, you can create the interview question, or you can also use the overall Bing chat option to create the interview question based on the job description. You can compose an email offer letter, right? Now let me quickly show you that how you can analyze a resume. So here I can just quickly show you that if you have multiple documents and if you want to create a new document, how you can do that. So for that, I just need to have some resume. So just give me a minute. Let me collect few resume over there. So now my resume are there in my OneDrive. Let me quickly refresh my page. Okay. So here I have resume folder. So all four resume are there. Like let's say you are from HR and you have a interview to be scheduled where you have collected some resume. Like here in this case I have only four, but in really a real scenario you may have 50 resume, 60 resume, and you have to shortlist any top 10 resume for the interview and you have to call them. So in this case, we need to compare these resume and find out the best candidate. So in this case, I am going to use these four resume. Now let me take you to Microsoft Word. Here I am going to use Copilot, and here you can write, I am a hiring manager, right? And now we are hiring for, mention the position for the position of senior animation designer in the attached designer. Here I want to create, please create a report that compare attached resume to the job requirement. Uh, and you want the comparison. So here I want to rank. So and rank the candidates from most qualified to least qualified and experience. And now here you have to attach. So here you have the attachment. So you can refer the files. So as I will quickly copy these files, copy link, put the backslash, Let's see if I'm getting in a recent file. I should take it. Couldn't generate the content. Let me refresh. Take as a recent file. Yeah, now it is taking. Similarly, let's take for another. What's going on? It's not taking that link. So I'm taking it from here. One more file is left. Patty, Alex, Holy, and one more Nestor. And here you go. And see here, I have attached 4 files, and this is a new document which is being created. Can't finish narrative, please change the description, dismiss. Okay, so now here I have my result where it has done the comparison of all 4 attached files, gather the information and giving me the comparison of each candidate. So the first place it has put Nestor, which is having overall 25 year in the animation, and these are the key role, education and the skill. Second place for Patty, which is having 10 year of experience. Third, 9 year of experience. This is the education. Then fourth place is for Holy and then the experience 2 year. And here you go, and the place first one is Nestor, Patty, Alex, and Oli. Now, same you can do it for many other documents can be attached. And here you have the clear comparison, and you can pick up the top 3 or top 5 candidate as per the requirement. So I can click on keep it, and a new document is ready for the further reference. Right, so these all are the use cases that you can try for other departments, operations, like you can brainstorm project ideas using Copilot in whiteboard, summarizing the email, creating the presentation, and comparing the reporting. Similarly, you can compare different proposal, agreement from the suppliers, and so on. So that's it, friend, from my side. I hope I could give you the understanding for Copilot, how this Copilot is all about, how it works, that is how it can be used with different Office 365 application like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, as a business chat, or overall Outlook, Teams, and so on. And we have also discussed different use cases, like if you are from the finance department, from the marketing, from IT, from the HR, and so on. Anything else, friends? I can help you. Any other questions so far?
Hello, Komal. Thank you for the wonderful insights. I would just like to know if I would like to have an advanced training on this Copilot, how do I get in touch with you or your organization?
Yeah, so for that, Archie's Siley is there. Siley, you can help him how he can get connected for the advanced level of training. So, Siley, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'll share the contact details in the chat box.
Okay, okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Siley. Yeah, so anyone who is interested for the in detail and hands-on training on Copilot, they can contact to Siley. So there are other courses related to the Copilot that focus on different other areas, like you want to focus totally on the use cases, you want to focus on like how to write the effective prompt for the Copilot, how as a user you can make yourself ready for the Copilot, or as an organization you can make your users enable for the Copilot environment. So there are different other topics covered with the Copilot. So if any other information which is needed, you can contact us. Thank you so much everyone for joining the session. If anyone else any other questions so far, you are welcome. Please put it into the chat, or you can unmute yourself and directly talk to me. Anyone, any other questions so far?
So is it possible that you actually provide one-on-one training extensively?
Yes, we do provide.
Yeah, thank you.
No more question, friends. Okay, so that's it. We are going to wind up the session here only. Once again, thank you so much, friends, for attending the session. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Komal. Thanks for the training.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank you
you.
so much. Bye bye.